Christy Wilson. I am a registered dietitian nutritionist here in Tucson, Arizona, and I will be sharing with you a quick and healthy recipe that I make pretty often here at home. First, I want to thank Tucson Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for asking me to share this video with you all. I'll be sharing a few more videos as the weeks continue, but this one is one of my favorites. I call it my Just Good Salsa. Nothing fancy, everything goes into the blender and it adds a lot of flavor to just about everything, from scrambled eggs to vegetables to your quesadillas to beans, just about anything. So I've got all my ingredients laid out here. I'm going to show you how easy this is. This is something you can make at home for, your family. You can ask the kids to help you. And as we stay home and stay safe, this is something that you don't have to actually go out and buy. You can make it yourself with just some quick ingredients. So I'm just using my phone here, so I'll show you what I've got. So we've got our ingredients here. We've got some tomatoes, cilantro, onion. I've got my seasonings here. Let me see if I can show you. We've got some seasoned salt. We've got oregano, chili powder, comino or cumin, pepper, and then our lime juice, of course. So let me go ahead and get this stable. And so what I'm going to do is I cut part of my onion. So I'm just going to just roughly chop it because it's all going in the blender, and so the blender is going to do the work for you. Yep. So we're just gonna step by step here. Just as I'm cutting, I'm going to be putting things into the blender. And then I'll bring the blender over so you can see how it all comes together. All right, so we've got onion. You can use any onion you like. I sometimes like to use sweet onion or white onion or yellow onion. It's whatever you like, whatever flavor you prefer, because they all have a little different flavor. We're gonna use 1 clove of garlic. So that also doesn't need to be perfectly cut, but I'll show you what I do. So I'll bring the camera down a little bit. There we go. So I just take the wide part of my knife, and then with the palm of my hand, that bottom part, I just smash it. Get all that papery outside off. And then I just give it a couple runs here with the knife, and then also it goes into the blender. I have a combination of canned tomatoes, just fire roasted tomatoes. I like the flavor of those. If you just have regular diced tomatoes, that's fine too. So just a little bit about canned tomatoes. These tomatoes, when they are picked, they are sent to the processing plant to put into the can within a few hours. So it locks in all that flavor, it locks in all that nutrition, a lot of vitamin C, which we all know is good for us and it's good for our immune system, now more than ever when we want to have a strong immune system, right? So I'm just gonna put this right into the blender. Okay, next thing is our diced green chili. So these two, they're not spicy, which is good for me because I really don't like a lot of spicy foods actually. But one food safety tip I want to give everybody, which is, I did this already, but I will do it again, is to take a paper towel or a clean dishcloth and just wipe the top. So you just want to wipe the top because dust and dirt and who knows what else could be settling on top of your can. So just to be safe, go ahead and clean that off. You'll be surprised sometimes as to how dirty these things actually are. So I'm just gonna open this up. They also sell frozen green chili, so you could use that too. So this is just a 4-ounce can that I'm using. Open it up. And then that goes into the blender as well. Okay, I have a 1/4 cup of lime juice that I just pressed with one of my favorite kitchen gadgets, which is just a lime press. I use the key limes, which are the little ones. I'm just used to using those, but you can use whatever limes you have. So that too goes right into the blender. Oh, I'll bring the blender down here so you can see as I'm stacking everything in here. Then I'm using these little guys, these tomatoes. Use whatever tomatoes you have. Just make sure you rinse them. Those into the blender as well. I take about a 1/2 cup or a handful of fresh cilantro, put that into the blender as well, and the rest are just dry seasonings. So I'm using here 1/2 teaspoon. Most everything's 1/2 teaspoon, so I've got my measuring spoons here. So I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. Always adds good flavor. We've got 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Some people don't like it. I love it, but it's up to you. This is your salsa, so do whatever, add whatever you'd like. This is just some ideas. Then we've got a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. So this is dried whole oregano. I just like to put it in the palm of my hand and then just smash it in the palm of my hand. It has a really good flavor and aroma. I've got a little bit of ground pepper, and then I use seasoned salt. I just like the combination of flavors that are in seasoned salt, so I add that in too. And I'm just gonna move everything over. I've got my blender on, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Make sure this is on securely, and then here we go. That's it. All right, so we've got a jar here that I'm gonna just pour it all in. Now, notice I didn't add any chilies. That's up to you. If you like jalapenos or whatever other chilies that, of your preference, go for it. Make it as spicy as you'd like. I'm not a big fan of spicy, so that's why it doesn't have any chili in there, but feel free to add your own. Oops. Okay, opening the jar would be good. All right, so here we go. And now you've got homemade delicious salsa that you can keep in the refrigerator for about 5 days if it lasts that long, because it is that good. So what I did is I put a little platter here so you can see how you can serve it. Who doesn't like chips and salsa? I don't know those people, but I should have planned this out a little better. But here we go. We're gonna put in our little dish of salsa into this, and then you get some baked chips and delicious. The recipe for this Just Good salsa, as I'm eating it now, is on my website, ChristyWilsonNutrition.com. Hope you check it out, and stay home, stay safe. Have a good day. Bye.